If they are given any challenge task, definitely they accept that one, they work according to the requirement of the organization. Helps the managers to monitor and evaluate employees' work. Here, they're saying that one, the duty of the manager is to observe what it is happening inside the departmental activities. Continuous improvement is an ongoing effort. Every organization are thinking that one, making small changes every day or every month or every week or whenever often it is required, it changes the concept here. Warm welcome to third sem BBA student. The subject we're discussing organizational behavior, and the unit what we are discussing organization development intervention. I'm Professor Rajesh L.R. from Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Grade College Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. In previous session, we discussed about organizational development intervention, meaning, definition, and the types. In that one, first type, we have discussed a human process intervention, and today's session, we are going to discuss the remaining types of organization development intervention, whatever we have in the concept and the society, which can be supported for the change in the growth of the organization by adopting the new strategic concepts or the process what they have in the present and what changes has to be brought for the betterment in the organization's development. The second one, we have a techno-structural intervention. This is a organization structure design what we have here. So now they're saying that if the organization structure is not meeting according to the requirements of the process what it is having in the present, if the organization, say in the structure we have four concepts we have here: functional, divisional, project, and matrix. Now, if the organization is into project oriented process, if it is adopted in the present scenario, and if is applied functional, means that is wrong here. Change that one from the functional to the project related, the concept where it can get supported for the change of the growth and even increase the efficiency of the individual and profitability for the organization. And a boundaryless organization is a concept what we have here. So removes the boundaries of innovation, meaning it has less hierarchy and function separations, is more integrated. This allows for a free flow of information, ideas, and innovation. They say that one, there is a less boundary organization, means here there is no opportunity for the innovative concept here. Now they're going to remove those barriers and allows all the individuals to share their opinion and to adopt for the new changes which is required for the organization culture and the structure, which changes the entire process in the organization. Total quality management can be adopted here. Is a management framework believe that an organization can build long-term success by having all its members from lower level workers to highest level focus on improving quality. If in the total quality management, what they are saying that one, all the members who are employing in the organization from the lower level till up to the top level, whatever we have here, each individual should be made as a member for the success of the organization, and we have to collect individuals' opinion and we have to check that whichever is better and whichever is more suitable for the present scenario and which is worth and which can be used for the upcoming changes in the market. So like this, collect all the information from the individual members, and if it is worth, that can be adopted in the organization, and even motivating the people to share the feedback or the things whatever it is happening in the organization, and making the people to adopt the changes what it is required for the better success in the market, and making the dynamic organization where making all the employees as a dynamic people where their opinions are shared and adopted for the changes in the organization. Work design. The designing of work, whatever we have here, is not according to the requirement, and even certain divided work, division of work what they've made, which is not required, or certain division of work what they've made, it is not up to the present requirement or the project or the process or the functional activities of the organization, which it should be there and what it should be there. They were not in a position to understand that one, change the entire concept here. Job enrichment is a part of work design. The goal is here to create job that interesting and challenging for the person doing it. Job enrichment is a process that is characterized by adding dimensions to existing jobs to make them more motivating. Examples which include extra task, also called as job enlargement. Now, for individuals, by adding some extra work for them, stating that one, giving additional tasks and making them to work in the organization with challenging tasks. So if they are given any challenge task, definitely they accept that one, they work according to the requirement of the organization. They are ready to accept the challenges and prove that one, we are the people who can work in any type of environment, and even we can accept any type of challenges which may be challenged by the organization for the success in the market. So they are ready to accept any type of challenges. So that those type of employees are there in the organization means definitely there will be no hurdles in the organization or the conflicts. Next, we have third one, human resource management intervention. Performance management interventions can be adopted here. Monitor helps the managers to monitor and evaluate employees' work. Here, they're saying that one, the duty of the manager is to observe what it is happening inside the departmental activities. Observe each individual, how they are behaving, how they are communicating, how they are involving in the work, and how they are motivating others. These things are to be monitored by the managers and make the change wherever it is required changes. They have to support subordinates to adopt the changes what they want to bring for the development of the organization. Some methods are developing talent are as follows. Individualized career planning by observing each and every individual in the organization by the manager in whichever the area they require the training or education, support them, providing the additional support from the organization and making the employees as the asset for the organization, and even making the employees for the long run availability in the organization, which even supports the employees to grow in the organization as well as to achieve some status in the organization as well as in the society. Internal and external coaching, either if they require, provide either on the job training or off the job training required on the basis of the employees' tendency, what they have in the present and what it has to be changed. Task or job rotations, give some task for the individuals or make the employees in the working concept that one, morning shift or night shift or day shift, change the shift of the employees or rotating the people from one department to other department. So like this, if you do that one, so there'll be small changes in the organizations. Next, mentoring programs, workshops, conferences, on-job training, leadership training, every concept, whichever is good for the organization changes, adopt that one and use that one in the organization, which always supports to increase the performance level of the employees, which in turn increases the performance level of the organization, which in turn increases the profit for the organization. The fourth one, we have a strategic change interventions. Transformational change are those change can be made thoroughly, reshape its business strategy and process. Whatever the things we have here in the present market, if we are not up to that market, change the entire business culture, what it has built in the present scenario, change that one. So automatically it can be available to adjust for the present thing, what it is required in the present scenario. Retrenchment, outsourcing, turnaround, these are the concepts can be adopted here. Decreasing employee headcount by closing an office or division of the organization. So now the organization has to think in such a way that when Decreasing employee headcount by closing an office or division of the organization means if the department work is not there, if certain team is not required, reduce that one, the number of employees in the organization, or reduce the department which is not required, the functional activity which has been created. So like that, if you do that one, there will be small changes in the organization's development. Outsourcing, if some of the work can be outsourced and which can be supported for the development of the organization, and even in the costing process supports you people, means definitely adopt the outsourcing concept for the betterment and have better control on the other internal activities of the organization. Continuous change or continuous improvement is an ongoing effort. Every organization are thinking that one, making small changes every day or every month or every week or whenever often it is required, it changes the concept here. It thinking in such a way that when these changes what we have brought in the organization, maybe the organization can achieve the success in the market, but sometimes it may be in a negative concept which may not be supported for the change which brought by the organization. The employees may feel that one pressure on their work concept, whatever they are in the present scenario. Like if they see that when the leaves are not provided or the leave is not given for the employees, and that work according to the required time, whatever it is that one. And for each and every step, whatever the employee is doing in the organization, if we're going to have a break on that one, definitely the employee's mind will be changed. He feels that one, I'm working in a stressed concept and over and above rules and regulation laid in the organization, which is not good for the employees' involvement in all the activities. And they're not supporting the employees. In the same time, they're not motivating the employees. They're not collecting the information from the employees. So everything, whatever they're adopted here, it is according to their viewpoint, they're making the applicability of the rules and regulations, then definitely there'll be a problem for the organization and it cannot be success in the market. So think that one, what changes if we make in the organization supports the organization for the better success in the society, where we are and where we have to stand and how it can be achieved, that position. In some of the time, the organization, the employer has to use the funds in such a way that one, so that makes the organization to achieve the highest position, and wherever it is required they have to use the funds properly, and where it is not required they should not use the funds over there. Using of resources is very important, and how they use the resources, based on that the success of the organization stands here. So the employer has to think twice or thrice before bringing any changes in the organization. Trans-organization change is the next concept what we have here, which is a planned organization task, which are creating inter-organization system where organizations agree to work together to accomplish tasks and expand operations. So here they work with the employees for the change of the concept, which can be made easily understand the present requirement. Next, cross-cultural concern we have here and ethical concerns we have. Increases in management's power, they're saying that one. So now, if you're going to change the ethical concepts in the organization part here, definitely it can be made easy to achieve the targets, whatever we have here. Next, conditions for optimal success of OD, threat to the individual rights. So there'll be small issues which may be there for the individuals whenever they're going to adopt the changes or wants to change the concept in the organization. They have to face that one and they have to adjust with the things, whatever it is there, that one. Sensitive training technique requires the participant to reveal their personal lives, which threatens their privacy even more. Sometimes the employees will be not a position that one where they can't express their views openly, or even though they are in a position to express, they'll be not in a position to communicate those things because they have a threat thinking that one they may be removed from the organization for the sentence or the communication made in the open training session or in the open meeting. So even though the management says that one you can freely discuss all the information, knowingly or unknowingly, if the employee discloses the information, tomorrow he may lose the job also here. For that reason, those things has to be controlled, and then the changes has to be made in the organization. Next, we have a client relationship, undermining self-esteem. For example, sensitive training and intergroup mirroring may involve direct exposure of personal security and as well as public disclosure of one's personal limitations and faults. If these things are happening in the organization, definitely there'll be issues. So for that reason, don't communicate the things, mistakes, or the limitations of the individuals outside, and those cannot be discussed openly in certain areas also. Thank you to all third sem BBA students. We have finished the subject organization behavior here, and go through all the units, whatever we explained here, and it supports you to clear your semester examination, as well as even it supports for your business aspects also. Namaste.